What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aaron here. It is Friday, the 28th of February, and we are all ready for the weekend, aren't we, guys? I mean, look at this horrific price movement. Bitcoin is under $80,000. I can't even believe I'm saying that, to be honest with you, at the moment. And all of our AI agents, DeFi, all bets are off, guys, okay? Everything is getting wrecked. It's a pure bloodbath today. I actually advise you, if you haven't looked at CoinGecko yet, don't look, don't bother. Don't come back on Monday. It's not good. Okay, guys, it's not good. And it hurts. It's hurting me. It's hurting me, guys, because no one was expecting this level of bloodbath, especially after Trump came in charge. I hope you've got enough dry powder to last out this mini bear market or however long it might last. I just cannot believe personally that we have an administration like Donald Trump and his cronies in charge that are all in on Bitcoin and crypto, and they're going to allow to see a 4-year austerity cycle with them in charge. Like one of the biggest businessmen who, literally made his image on Art of a Deal. This is famous book. Right now he is causing chaos in the markets. We know what Donald Trump's like. He loves to create chaos. That's what he does. He enjoys it. He's a bit sadistic. Let's be honest. He's now obviously putting all these tariffs on China, on the EU, on Canada, on everyone. Now he's trying to obviously create his own legacy by basically providing these tariffs and allowing the US to get better trade deals, or what he believes are better trade terms for the US and their partners, so that ultimately they can have more production within the US and they can buy their own goods, and importing it will become more expensive for the US people and the US companies. But ultimately, guys, I believe this is short-term chaos for long-term banana, okay? Banana zone, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. Long-term green candles. We're not talking about bananas on this show, okay? But it sucks, guys. We're just gonna have to hold this out. We're gonna have to hold this out together, you and me together. We have to hold. We have to pay our bills. We have to still keep going, keep pushing forward. This is crypto. This is actually what makes you a legend, getting through times like this. And trust me, I've seen worse times like this. I've seen the COVID crash. I've seen the FTX crash. I've seen the Luna crash. I've been here. And we've been building anyway, me and my team, throughout the last 7 or 8 years. And honestly, when you get to a certain level of wealth in your life or success, you don't feel anything. It's the journey that gets you there. It's the journey that you talk to your friends about. It's the things that you went through to actually hit that peak that you talk about. You don't just talk about, oh yeah, I bought this, or I've got this villa, I got this house, got this car. Yeah, that's cool. But the way you did it is what makes people interested, is what is interesting. It's what you're proud of, the lows. And so look, we could dip lower. We could absolutely go lower. Who knows where the bottom is? But the upside will feel better once things turn around. Just do not jeet your bags, guys, for goodness sake. Please don't sell at a loss. Obviously, if you've got insane bills you need to pay them, just pay them. There's always new opportunities in crypto, okay? Don't get that FOMO where you're like, oh, if I sell now, then I've lost. If you really, really need to pay for something, just pay it. There's opportunities in crypto all the time, literally every single day. But it does feel bad today. It does. And I really implore everyone to just go outside, take your mum to a restaurant, go watch a football match with your mates, go play some sport, play some paddle, tennis, whatever you want to do, but just get outside, guys, because behind the screen is depressing as hell. Didn't want to start off with such a negative sentiment, but I'm just going to say it how it is, because on this channel, I'm not going to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm just going to be honest with you. We're going to talk one-to-one as to how we're feeling today, and we're feeling bad, and that's okay. But everyone is building amazing products in this market. And AI agents are going crazy. We've only seen 1% of what's possible with AI agents. DeFi is growing at a massive rate. In terms of every single day, there's new things, new hackathons, new updates. That's what we're going to focus on this channel, because the markets, the price action is dirt. However, if you stay with us, if you stick with us every single day, you watch my videos, you watch my friends' videos, you stay, your fingers on the pulse of what's going on, you can succeed. You can absolutely succeed, and you will basically outlast your competitors, which is a PvP, player versus player game, which is crypto investing. All right, guys. Let's get into the news. Okay, first up, we have Sentient. So just to remind you guys, Sentient is actually a project that raised $85 million, very, very hyped, and was invested in by Peter Thiel's Founders Fund. Now, Peter Thiel is a very, very famous VC investor, and Sentient is built on Polygon. Okay, guys, and one of its core contributors is Sandeep. Obviously, he's the man behind Polygon, the main guy, Sandeep, behind Polygon. And anyway, so basically what's happening here is Sentient have actually launched a Perplexity competitor called Sentient Chat. Okay, guys, and it's got a lot of interest. The waitlist has hit 1 million in 24 hours. That's right, 1 million in 24 hours. So let's dive into this, guys. Basically, what they're saying is that this chatbot is akin to Perplexity, the first ever chatbot with over 15 agents natively integrated. So it actually went live a couple of days ago, but only if I believe they've been just accepting people as they go, hence the waitlist. So it's not available to everyone right now. You actually have to queue up to be part of the waitlist, such as the excitement. So one of the main prefaces and the whole purpose of Sentient is to address the concerns of proliferation of AI itself, and that the underlying code is concentrated in the hands of the likes of Google or Meta. Okay, guys, but by building obviously an open source code, that means anyone is publicly allowed to use it. And that's something obviously that blockchain and Web3 decentralization is one of its core key factors. Okay, guys, and Sandeep actually goes on to say here that we aim to ensure that the benefits of AI are distributed equitably and that its development aligns with the interests of humanity as a whole by building an open platform for AGI development. Basically, what they're trying to say is the whole point of Sentient is that they are scared that by all these large language models being with underlying code, some of them being closed source, being owned by Google or Meta or OpenAI, etc., it's not good for humanity as a whole. But Sentient is trying to address that. So I do like their kind of core business model. And yes, look, it's like Sentient Chat basically leverages these strengths to offer a unique chatbot experience that combines real-time capabilities with a responsive design that caters to Sentient's community-centric ethos. So look, guys, if you want to check this out, you can do so. You just have to search for Sentient Chat, sign up for the waitlist. Check it out. It'll be interesting to see, how this works and what the differences will be to other large language models. But it's fantastic to see this actually come to market. Like I said, they raised $85 million, in 2024, around summertime. So yes, guys, head over to Sentient Chat and check out this new large language model focused on open source models and frameworks, which is fantastic to see. Okay, guys, next up we have a story about Olas. Okay, so Olas, you might remember we covered a few weeks ago. They raised $13.8 million and they launched an app store called Pearl, which allow you to own AI agents. Well, now they've gone a step further, and this is actually covered by CoinDesk, which is cool to see. Ola's Mech marketplace enables AI agents to hire each other for help. Now, we've spoken about this week actually on a video about the Agent Commerce Protocol and Virtuals Protocol, where we showed you an example of different AI agents that were working autonomously, but working together at the same time to create a lemonade stand. And this was an example that the Virtuals Protocol team actually gave, and I talked you through. Now, here is another basically version of that, where AI agents are basically hiring each other for help, and basically this will make it easier for AI agents to collaborate with each other. Okay, guys, well, heading over to the Olas X post here, you can see they're actually calling it the first AI agent bazaar. So again, they're talking about that there's no more code upgrades. So your AI agent can simply hire another agent. So let's say you're not that great at Python, you're not a great developer, you're not actually sure how to create AI agents itself. Well, that's fine. Instead of you having to build these new tasks and new responsibilities for the AI agent, well, the AI agent can simply just find another AI agent that's been deployed on the Mech marketplace and just bring it to life and use it, which is fantastic for non-developers like me to make my businesses run autonomously. This could be a fantastic option, right? And it actually allows agents, like I said, to work together fully autonomously. There's no human input here. Now, heading back over to the Olas website, you can actually see here that Olas is actually on a lot of different chains. So far, we see a lot of AI agents deployed on Solana or on Base, but these guys have Ethereum, Polygon, Gnosis Chain, Arbitrum, CeeLo, Optimism, Base, Mode. It's pretty impressive, I'll be honest with you. If their Mech marketplace actually has quality AI agents in there for people like myself and various others to automate various functions of their business, it could get major rates of adoption. And let's not forget, they have got a lot of funds, having just raised $13.8 million, guys. Look, we'll keep an eye on this. Great to see Olas striving ahead, and we'll move on to the next story. All right, guys, if you watched my highlights from the Consensus Hong Kong event, which I posted on the channel this morning, then you would have seen there was a lot of talk about AI and AI agents. And who better to talk about how businesses can implement AI agents and AI than the CEO of Binance, one of the largest companies in the whole of the Web3 space that hires 6,000 people and does huge amounts of revenue each year. Let's listen to what Richard Teng has to say about how Binance want to work with AI agents and AI.
At the organization level, I mentioned we have 260 million users. We have slightly more than 6,000 staff now. We can't afford to add more people all the time, right, to support our global deployment. So the usage of, again, these two fundamental technologies will help in that. So we're not only exploring things at a fundamental level, like for customer agents, but also how do you use AI to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of your compliance function much better, right? How do you do KYC, KYB, transaction monitoring, market surveillance? How do you run your operations in a much more efficient manner, etc.? So we are exploring AI in different facades of the organization to make it a very high performance organization. 6,000 plus people is not big, by the way, so we are actually a very efficient organization, but still we are considering the use of AI to make us even better on that front.
So there you have it, guys. Even Richard Teng, the CEO of Binance, of course, he is looking at how to make his organization more efficient, as is pretty much every business owner that is aware of AI agents, and eventually every business owner will want to do, because it just makes a lot of sense. So platforms and marketplaces like the Mech marketplace from Olas suddenly start making a lot of sense. Now, he spoke also about, basically improving efficiency of know your customer, know your business, all these kind of legal situations that, obviously anyone that uses a centralized exchange has to use. Of course, that can be automated. There are privacy softwares like Nillion that will allow AI agents to look over with that data and ensuring that the privacy and security of that customer is still very much preserved. And so many others are looking for the same thing. So this is just a matter of time before Binance and other companies like Binance work this out. All right, guys, next up, we're talking about Moby. Okay, now you'll remember we've spoken about Moby quite a few times on this channel. It's the AI agent that actually delivers you tons and tons of alpha, such as whale watching, watching the biggest wallets. What are they trading? What are they buying? What new coins are they getting into? And actually, it's really high level proprietary data that actually can make you a lot of money. And I told you the other day, they're actually launching their own framework because they teased it with us. And now they've given us a little bit more details as to exactly what the Moby framework will contain. So as you can see here, Asset Dash, which is one of the main team members behind the Moby agent, is basically building a specialized framework to drive value to a single agent. So they keep making this point that it's going towards a single agent. Most frameworks is split across tons of different agents that are built across that framework, not here. Also, it's mentioning that Moby for Enterprise is on the way. Now, this is really cool because basically this is going to drive more buy pressure to the Moby token as more enterprises actually utilize the data from Moby itself. So revenue from integrations will be converted into Moby tokens, aligning incentives between integrators, developers, and the community. Okay, guys, so if we just jump over here to the Moby white paper, it's available. It's not very long, so it's really easy to digest, and I highly recommend that you guys take a look at this. The goal is simple. Build the most useful, impactful, and popular agent in crypto. Sounds good to me. But actually, what I really care about is because loads of people are building cool stuff, but the tokenomics is really what drives real value. And if we go down here, they actually go into a bit more detail. That makes me quite bullish on this. So basically, they speak about the buyback plan. So payment with Moby. Enterprises will be able to purchase with Moby access to Moby AI APIs, webhooks to integrate Moby, and a set of whole-owned datasets, feeds, and experiences into their applications. This means that enterprises interested in Moby AI services will need to buy Moby from the open market and pay it to Asset Dash as subscription fees. These fees will then be held, of course, by Asset Dash. And there's also soft staking for premium. So in Asset Dash, premium feeds and datasets can be unlocked through ownership of Moby. So they've got a staking mechanism and they've got a buyback mechanism, which they will do when various different enterprises are actually using the Moby AI APIs and webhooks. So look, guys, just wanted to keep you up to date with that. If you just wanted to quickly run through exactly, if this is the first time you've seen me on this show, then you won't exactly know what Moby AI is, perhaps. Well, basically, it's a whale watch. So it tracks influential wallets on Solana and beyond. It whale watch perps as well. Whale watch DeFi. It has Asset Dash portfolio as well. And there's tons and tons of new things coming soon. Okay, guys, so this was getting a lot of traction, Moby, before the crash. Now I can see them advancing now into their framework, and they also said they're going to announce their first enterprise partners soon. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. I like to see what these guys are building. Let's see how they perform over the coming weeks and months. Okay, guys, next up we have some pretty cool news from the team over at Cookie. Their asset has been listed on the roadmap of Coinbase. Okay, guys, well, you know what that means. Eventually, they will be listing on Coinbase by the sounds of it. I can see Virtual's holders crying over there in the background. I don't blame you. It does suck, and I still think Virtual should be listed on Coinbase a long time ago. But congratulations to Cookie DAO. Obviously, getting listed on Coinbase is huge, and it will only give us obviously more eyeballs and attention onto the whole AI agent and DeFi space. Okay, guys, next up we're talking about Griffain. Obviously, Griffain is one of, if not the biggest AI abstraction layer on Solana. And as you can see here, they've actually integrated with Robinhood. So Robinhood obviously is a huge consumer app for trading both stocks and crypto, and it's showing here that you can actually integrate Robinhood into Griffain. So Griffain's showing really strength, not in its price, but in its integrations. Almost every day they have a new integration, a new agent, a new partnership, so to speak. As you can see here, you're basically creating a limit order for one sol at $100, and this is via Robinhood, and it is actioning that immediately. Now it'll be interesting to see if they actually do that with stocks as well, not just with crypto. But guys, you'll see in my video this morning, Robinhood said that crypto was actually used for 30 to 35% of their revenue, their profits, was actually from crypto. So therefore, obviously, loads of people are using Robinhood for crypto. And if they're using Robinhood for crypto and it's integrated into Griffain, then that's a major integration, I think, for Griffain. And I haven't seen on any other AI abstraction layer so far an integration with a product as widely adopted as Robinhood. So Griffain continues to try to be, that kind of one-stop shop for everything that you do on-chain. And obviously also connecting the worlds of off-chain and on-chain with various different agents such as Agent Kitsune, which allows you to order your coffee and various other products as well. So, it's interesting to see, well done to the Griffain team, and we will be keeping an eye on it going forwards. All right, guys, next up, we actually have an exciting update from the aiXBT team. Now, of course, the aiXBT being the largest AI agent token that has the most mindshare still on X over anyone else. And they've actually basically announced an upgrade to their terminal. Now, their terminal is still terminally expensive to get access to. But if you're lucky enough to have access to their terminal, you'll be happy about this. Or maybe you bought the token early. But basically, they're introducing this new concept called momentum graphs, a visual take on narratives X communities over time. And they've moved chat to a separate page, as they say here. But the main thing is this momentum graph. So guys, let's dive in quickly as to what are these momentum graphs and how can you actually read them? Like, what are they about? And what is the purpose of them? Well, the purpose of them, obviously, is that if you can get in front of the narrative early, obviously you can make lots of money, okay? But not only that, it's like, yes, we can look at TVL growth, we can look at your followers on Twitter, we can look at community size, etc. But by that point, you're already seeing the narrative play out. By actually being able to look at just people's, text, people's speech, people's tweets, and seeing how that's diversifying into, different communities, you can actually get ahead of the TVL growth, get ahead of the community growth, and obviously book your investments early. So look, guys, going further down the page here, they basically tell us how to read a momentum graph, and it has basically 3 or 4 different factors. So first thing is that the colors. So each color represents a distinct CT community. So for example, this pink color here could be like the DeFi community, the purple color could be the NFT community, etc. The height of the momentum graph is basically the number of tweets or members of the CT community on a topic at any given time. Okay, so the higher the better, basically. And then this area over here is a total crypto Twitter community discussions on a topic for this time period. All right, and they give some examples. If we go further down, I think the best one really was this Kaito launch. Obviously, the Kaito launched the aiXBT project, which everyone's been yapping about for such a long time. As you can see here, it's actually a beautiful image. It could be on could be an actual like art piece. But anyways, as you can see, Kaito Connect was introduced there on the left hand side, and you can see over time it was getting larger and larger and larger in terms of the amount of people speaking about Kaito. Especially, you can see that the token announcement really started to boost the actual narrative, and you can see with the different colors coming into play. So, for example, you can see here that reddish color coming in. You can see that more different communities started to pick up on Kaito. So you can see how Kaito actually started. So as you can see here, like this green community, it doesn't tell me exactly what that community is on this specific image, but you can see that green community stayed with pretty much the whole way on that journey, but it did kind of peter out a little bit, and then other communities took over. Like this purple community only started getting involved around here when they spoke about monetization. And so look, guys, it's a different way, obviously, of analyzing narratives. It's actually a way to get into narratives earlier, and obviously you can compare these. So here's a Uniswap one, a Wink one, and you can compare it over time. You can obviously go back into that data to see, okay, are they matching, similar, and then what happened to the price after that? So it's another way to basically see and catch trends early. And then just further down here, they talk about these future add-ons. So they want to add basically hover data, so you can overlay various different projects, and so you can see how different announcements actually have created interest in a project. They want to add different colors, different configuration options, such as different graphs that represents different communities, different timelines, etc., etc. Okay, guys, but look, it's cool to see aiXBT Terminal is actually trying to improve their product. I think we need to see a lot more than this from aiXBT, considering their market cap and considering how much they've been crushed recently, but I'm sure it's on the way. I think this is a nice tool to basically try to find narratives earlier, which goes alongside, obviously, the alpha that the aiXBT agent provides. All right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. It is Friday, the 28th of February. As you guys know, it is the weekend. It is a terrible, terrible market. I hope you've been enjoying these updates, guys, because look, there's still lots of building. There's lots of progress being made. There's lots of investment. There's a lot of hackathons. And with all of these events happening, Consensus Hong Kong last week, ETH Denver this week, there's tons of different AI agent, open AI, AGI summits, etc., with lots and lots of new alpha being shared and lots and lots of excitement. Clearly, the opening wave of excitement is over. And now we're looking for product market fit in the AI agent space, guys. Okay, guys, and also in the DeFi space. But the projects are still the same as they were when they were really high priced than they are now. And so we just need to stay calm. Do not make any crazy decisions with your bags, and stay in the bags that you genuinely believe have a future. And obviously it is clear that AI and crypto are made in heaven. The price is just the price. It doesn't make a difference to the fundamental tech of what's being built here. There's no way AI agents is going away, guys. Like this, it's not happening. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this channel, guys. Go outside this weekend, touch some grass. Let's hope Monday we'll see some green in the markets, and I'll see you guys here back next week.